Hello everyone, my name is Dana Tesfaye and this is a preliminary presentation on the methods children television programs use for later learning, an in-depth investigation of Sahilaf's learning. Let's see the outline of the presentation. The presentation includes objectives of the study, research questions, methodology of the study, phonics instruction methods, and finally analysis and discussion. When we see the objectives of the study, the main or the major objective of the study is to investigate the phonics instruction method that Sahilaf's learning program uses. And the other specific objectives include to assess the measures taken to make the program interactive and to examine how Sahilaf's learning is aligned with the formal preschool education curriculum. The other one is the research questions. The major research question is what later learning instruction method does Sahilaf's learning program uses? And what types of strategies does the program uses to make it more interactive? In what way the concept of gender stereotyping is raised in the program? And finally, how does the program align with the formal curriculum in the Education Bureau? Let's see the methodology of the study. For the design of the study, descriptive research design is used and qualitative research approach is applied. And for data collection instruments, two types of data collection instruments were used, mainly video analysis, and the other one is in-depth interview. In sampling, two kinds of sampling techniques were applied, purposive and random sampling. I used purposive sampling for an in-depth interview because it requires subject's background knowledge about the program. And for the video analysis, random sampling is applied. There are 8 episodes in total, and they have more or less similar characters or structure. So randomly 4 episodes were chosen. In the data analysis procedure, the data were coded into analyzable chunks and analyzed in qualitative way systematically. Let's see what phonics instruction is. Phonics instruction can be considered as both a content to be learned and as an instructional method. And the major approach to phonics instruction are synthetic phonics and analytic phonics. Of course, there are other approaches to phonics instruction like embedded phonics and they're like that these two are considered as the major ones. Let's see their differences and similarities. Synthetic phonics starts with converting letters to sounds or phonemes, and then it blends or synthesizes the sounds to form a word. For this reason, it's called part to whole approach. On the other hand, analytic phonics begins with words that students already know and moves on to analyzing the sounds. So it's called whole to part approach. Let me show you some examples from the program. Okay, we can see it in the room. So when we see the phonics instruction in the program, phonics, analytic phonics and synthetic phonics are applied in the program. Narrative means of delivery is associated with analytic phonics, in which words and phrases are used to teach individual letters in the storytelling sections, while expository means of delivery is manifested through compare and contrast and cause and effect method in the program. So let's see some examples for synthetic and analytic phonics in the program. Here. So this is an example for analytic phonics, which is taken from episode 6 in section 1. So there are 3 flashcards here, and all these 3 flashcards are meant to teach the letter Ha. So from these three words, children are expected to learn the letter Ha. So this is an example for analytic phonics, and the other one is synthetic phonics. This is also to teach the letter Ha with the other grapheme or writing system. So individual letters are displayed on the screen. So from this, children are supposed to learn individual letters from synthetic phonics. Let's continue. So in order to analyze the first research question, which focuses on the phonics instruction method, 4 codes were used. The first one is literate environment, and the second one is macrostructure, audiovisual features, and reflective features. Let's see one by one. So under literate environment, positive expressions about reading or ended literacy and the environment that initiates children to learn are analyzed. So the literate environment of the program found to be quite interesting, colorful, and it includes screen print to make it more visible. On the other hand, in one of the episodes, overcomplexity is found in the title of the storybook, which caused attention losing. As Deborah and Jessica mentioned, overcomplexity or oversimplicity can cause attention decline. So this is taken as one of the cons of this literate environment. The other one is the macrostructure. Macrostructure under this code, it is analyzed that the means of delivery, whether it is expository or narrative means of content delivery. Expository macrostructure helps children to have conceptual knowledge, vocabulary development, strong comparative and contrastive abilities, while narrative macrostructure enables children to develop language and literacy skills, story knowledge, and later school success. So it's found out that the program uses both expository and narrative method of content delivery. Here is an example for macrostructure.
ሌሎቹ ድኩላዎች ጭፈራቸውን አቀልጠውት ሳለ ድኩላዋ ሉላ የሾላ ዛፍ ተከልላ ትርኢቱን በመደሰት ትከታተል ነበር። በገጹ ጫፍ ላይ ያለውን ፊደል ትነግራላችሁ? ላ!
Yeah. So this one is taken from episode 4, section 4, which shows narrative means of content delivery in macrostructure. So they also have the expository means of content delivery through compare and contrast, and on the other episodes there are also compare and contrast, and then other methods for macrostructure. So in the program, narrative means of delivery is associated with analytic phonics, in which words and phrases are used to teach individual letters, as we see in the examples, while expository means of delivery is also part of the program, where information is delivered through compare and contrast and cause and effect as well. The other code is audiovisual features. Under this code, the link between audio and video are analyzed in addition to the consistency of displaying the letters on the screen while reading the story. So the mouse movements and gestures of the puppets are associated with the audio. So there's more or less one-to-one connection between the audio and the movement and gestures of the puppets or the characters. When it comes to the consistency of the letters displayed on the screen, in some of the episodes, The letters are displayed only when the narrator asks the audience what the letter is. The last code is reflective features. Under this code, reflective features that assist teaching, such as songs, rhymes, and alteration, are included. So the program is composed of songs that rhyme, which have a positive impact on enhancing children's memorizing skill and making learning fun and entertaining. Alteration is also included in the program while teaching letters to use using flashcards, as we have seen in the analytic phonics example. And the 4 songs in the program might be too boring for some children, not for all, when they are used repeatedly. So the major findings of this presentation include a hybrid of synthetic and analytic phonics is used in the program. Considerable attention is not given for familiar letters to be learned. And ambiguity occurs between the letters that are pronounced the same but spelled different, because Amharic has this kind of features, like one phoneme can have different graphemes. So this creates ambiguity within children. So it's one of the cons of the program. And then there is a lack of consistency in displaying each of the letters to be learned on the storybooks. We can see some examples for reflective features as well. So this is an example for reflective features. This is a song at the end of every episode. So this song have like dual purpose, entertaining and teaching the letters as well. So this is all about today's presentation. Thank you all